Alright, welcome in everyone to A Programmer Plays Anodyne 2. In our previous episode, we found the Tree Master stuff, and we got some dust, we got cards from it, so we are now going to load into this game to drop that stuff off. Whee! Oop. That. Hold on. I spy with my little eye. Potential secret. Nova got an enhancement patch. Her maximum health while in nanoscale has been increased. Hell yeah. I love getting more health. Honestly, one of my favorite things in video games. So satisfying. This way, I believe. Oh. Oh. Triggered a cutscene. Nova, it's me, your guardian Palisade. I'm sorry I was gone for so long. Ah, look at how much you've grown. Palisade reaches out and gently strokes Nova's cheek. Nova shudders softly, holding back the urge to throw herself into Palisade's arms. Before your next dust drop, here's something I need to show you. You see, Nova, you've been doing a wonderful job of cleaning New Zealand. I am so proud of you, but I fear I have not done an equally stellar job of taking care of you. You are the nano cleaner, yes, but you are more than that. You are a person with feelings and needs and desires. I want you to know, Nova, that all of this matters. Every part of you. Work and play. Joy and sadness. Strength and weakness. There's room in every world for all of Nova. Well, I shouldn't say more until we are further along. Just come along and... Nova, traverse the storm. You must find the Palisade manages to reach out her hand, touching Nova's forehead. A series of images flash across Nova's mind. Well, that ain't good. Eh? Nova feels like a piece of her soul has been torn asunder, like something as vital as blood has suddenly vanished from her limbs. What just happened? She cannot make sense of it. Surely this was a fluke, a faulty projection, a lapse of the mind. It couldn't mean... No. After some amount of time, was it minutes or hours, Nova struggles to her feet, her mind desperately groping to make sense of the images left to her by Palisade. Received item, Palisade's vision. Alright. Plot. Oh, and we're hurt walking? Oh, nope, we're fine now. Wow, that's actually kind of surprising that they would do that, like, do a hurt walk, but for like 5 feet. Like that takes work to do stuff like that. Nova thinks back to Palisade's vision. No, she is not meant to go to Center City Synod. At least... Oh. We're hurting. We're hurting real bad. Alright, inventory. Palisade's vision. That one. That one. That one. Alright, we know where that one is. That one I'm less sure about. This one I've got no idea. Okay, so if we swing through here, it's actually not the one that I meant to go through, but that's okay. Room. Oh. Down for the count. Down for the count again. you have successfully saved and fallen to the ground, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Me too, Nova. Me too. Hello, statue? Do you have a mighty need? Alright. My thinking now is go to the space behind it. You just wake up in the sand. Ooh. I was not expecting the sand to be like a 1-inch thick barrier. Oh, cool. Man, look at that. What? Like, that's a thumbnail right there. Gosh. Thumbnail. This is such a good, like, example of how, like, you can make impressive vistas in video games even without like huge polygon budgets and like teams of artists and stuff. Like, this looks cool, and it's, you know, I'm sure less than a week of work by one person. Like, it just looks super cool. Ah, save. Ball. Yep. Can we interact with this? I'm assuming... Oh, no, we can. Spire. Reach the bottom of the spire. We did it. Hello? Nova sees the sigil of Palisade. She reaches her hand up to the sigil, touching it, and the gravity inside the cave has reversed. Don't forget, on keyboard you can use Q to adjust the camera angle. On controller, use the right analog stick. That's pretty funny that they're like, enough people are going to have forgotten that we should, like, remind them. Cool. I think Marina did most of the art and story. Milos did the music and programming. Like, and that's one of the things that I think indie games get so right. Like, that's one of the things that makes indie games so special, is you get this kind of like, this is one artist's, like, intention. You get that, like, a person made this, and it has like a lot of soul because of it, and that's really cool. I really love that. The gravity of the cave is back to normal. It appears Nova has managed to fall to the top of the spire. Cool. I'm all about a big ol' negative gravity bit. Send me back to Sonic Adventure 2, please. This is so cool. Ah. It's not that complicated. Like, what we're looking at here is, you know, a little bit of terrain, a little bit of world mesh here, and then some lumpy mesh over here with a scrolling texture that is using what, to me, looks like probably photo-sourced cloud texture, but it could easily be like Fresnel noise or Perlin noise, just generated in Photoshop. It doesn't really matter either way. Just a texture that's scrolling, and then some particle effects right around the tower to sort of integrate the things together. This looks super cool. And it's using, like, none of my CPU. Jump while we still can. Ah, okay. This is a lot smaller than I was expecting. Hello? Root? The tree from the vision. An intricately carved fruit hangs from its central branch. Palisade has led Nova to this fruit. Surely answers must lie within. Grasping at this faint glimmer of hope, Nova musters up the strength to spark a connection. Oh, oh, we've passed out. I wish this game came out on the 3DS. This would have made an incredible 3DS game. Nova begins to spark the fruit, but a wild, dusty beast leaps onto the edge of the plateau and eyes the fruit curiously. That is a somewhat terrifying creature. Before Nova can react, the beast bounds forwards and swallows the fruit whole. Nova flushes with anger and embarrassment. If only she had arrived sooner. Now, there was only one way she could possibly reach the fruit. That's right. Shrink forth, Nano Cleaner Nova. Be brave. I really love that we're like playing with the formula at this point. Oh, nope. We're so tired. There we go. Boss fight. Ooh, dark hole. Ooh, with some extra particle effects coming into it. And no text. Interesting. Oh, hate that. Hate that so much. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, some fun eyes. Nova's body aches from the venomous barbs of the angry swarm. She begins to breathe a sigh of relief as they buzz away. She realizes why they have fled. Dust! A thick cloud of it surrounds her, irritating her lungs and setting her teeth on edge. Slowly, Nova begins to squint her eyes open amidst the haze. Her vision is blurry at first. She can make out a group of figures looming over her. What sort of creatures would walk through the dust unafraid? Suddenly, an image of Palisade flashes across Nova's mind. Nova, I'd like you to have my card now. Keep it close, and don't use it to reinforce the prism. May it protect you from all harm, even when I am far away. Frantically, Nova plunges her hand into her inventory hole and feels around for Palisade's card. The dark figures begin to reach out towards her. No! Her fingers finally close on the card and she whips it out in front of her. The card's holographic surface glints in the light. The illustration of Palisade, the Guardian, faces the groping mob. Listen, you. We don't abide that nonsense here. The mysterious voice reaches out with its hand and grasps the card, and with one quick tearing motion, card is a piece of paper. A card has power only if we all agree to its rules. Well, here we are dustbound. Here we disagree. Oh no. Nova stirs and opens her eyes. Seated next to her is the monster that destroyed the Palisade card. Nova wants to cry out, but she is too weak, too disoriented. Waking up, you little porridge pot. How are you feeling? The monster is talking about her again. What does it want from her? Is it some sort of emissary from the dust? Perhaps an assassin meant to take care of her? Meant to turn the tide in the dust war against the center? Listen, I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. I was just trying to lend a hand back there, and things got a little dicey. The creature stares at Nova quizzically, as if it is expecting something from her. Perhaps it is in need of nano cleaning, but is that even possible? Nova is already at nanoscale. Is there some way to... Hey, can you stop making the room go all dark like that? I'm trying to have a conversation here. Can we just talk to me? Nova's confused. It wants her to talk to it? Conversation doesn't. I love the name of this monster that keeps coming in here. Okay. So, talking. It's just like thinking, alright? But you let out the thoughts out of your mouth, okay? My name is Drem Kinako. Nice to meet you. Now, it's your turn to introduce yourself. Huh? Oh, I'm Nova. You did it, you silly salsa. Are you going to kill me? Wow, okay. No. Why would I kill you? What is death? Well, you're just full of questions, aren't you? I've created a monster. I didn't know I could talk. Hey, I'm just messing with you, okay? Blab all you want. After all, that's what I do. Hey, if you're feeling up to it, come to the clearing of the binding later. A dust-bound elder named Beatrix Reuter recently died, and we'll be unearthing him there. Maybe that will help with some of your questions. Oh, I love it when video games play with the rules. Up to this point, when we've been at nanoscale, it's always been room locked, which is a very like Link's Awakening thing, where you can see a screen and the camera's locked to that space. Now we have more than one screen worth of stuff. The camera is following us, and so that's reinforcing the feeling of the rules have changed. We don't know what's going on. The space has, and practically speaking, we're only looking at like half a screen more of tile at a time, but it's a great way of like sort of putting you on edge and being like, I don't actually know what the rules are anymore. That's so cool. That's such a great like using game mechanics to enhance narrative. LaShawn Mixed. Hello. This is Dustbound Village. Indeed. Well, looking for the clearing of binding? Further east. Okay. Dead east, so naturally I'm not going to go that way. Listen, fam. Oh, hey. It's the girl who fell on the hornet nest. That was funny. I mean, sad. The pacing slows down a bit, but I love this part of the game thematically. I'm digging what they're putting down. Ever think about people who just get pushed around all day? At first I go, stand up for yourself. But then I think about what's the situation more clearly and I get sad. Causes go deep. Tracks. That's gonna send me back. This is gonna just send me up to that first clearing. I'm assuming, yeah. Alright. Sliders, they are. Excellent. So like, sort of building off of how I was coming about the camera not sticking on there, notice we don't have a map. Again, they're sort of like playing with expectations here. Also, yes, that looks a lot like a wrestling ring. So, are we gonna have some luchador action later? West, housing. North, wrestling ring. South, Cecilia train. East, clearing of binding farm. All right. Frog. What a wonderfully moist environment. Ribbit. I am a frog. Ribbit. You know, industrial pollution can leak in the soil and cause health problems amongst residents. Thankfully, there are no industries nearby. Binding farm. Alright. I'm gonna continue. Oh man. You were a boss in Anodyne 1? I see in your future a gray color, dustiness. What? You already knew that? It's okay. People find my services therapeutic, even if I'm wrong now and then. Or always. I'm really glad that I played Anodyne 1 before playing Anodyne 2. I realize that probably sounds obvious, but Um, just letting me appreciate the things that they've carried over. Like this little guy. This was an enemy slash puzzle element in Anodyne 1. Guilty. I've been meaning to get rid of this shield ever since someone said, "What are you hiding from?" They're right. What's there to hide from, anyways? Maybe I'll leave it on today, though. Played God of War 2 before 1 and I regretted it. It's, yeah, especially if you're talking about the newer, like the 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. Oof. But also just, yeah, original God of War 2 and God of War 1, that would be a rough sequence to do. Some games it's fine. Like, honestly, the Zelda series that this game is pulling from so much, like, if you play Ocarina of Time and then play Link to the Past, no big deal. If you play Breath of the Wild and then play Majora's Mask, nobody cares. It's fine. Um, those games are pretty, like, isolated. If you play Shadow of the Colossus and then Eco, you'll be A-okay. But a lot of series, that's not true. Like God of War would be a great example of no, that there's narrative through lines. You want to be able to follow that. Um, and these games, even I would say to a degree, the Final Fantasies, even though the Final Fantasies are like isolated from each other, you know, different worlds, different stories. At least for me, there's a lot of value in you play Final Fantasy 1, then you play Final Fantasy 2, and you're like, oh, I see the evolution here. Then you play Final Fantasy 3, and you're like, I'm seeing the vector. I see where we're going, sort of. I'm following like the evolution of mechanics. Things are building on each other. So even if it's not a narrative building, there is a mechanical and artistic building happening. So all of Star Wars and Star Trek in chronological order. I saw episode 1 first. It started with Enterprise. Wow. Star Wars is going to be a tricky one to talk about. Like, I watched Star Wars as a kid as they were coming out in theaters for the second time. Not that old. Um, and so I do believe in the watch Star Wars 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. But I definitely can see the argument for watching Star Wars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, it does make a lot of sense to do that. Star Trek in chronological order, that's tricky. Especially since Star Trek itself does a fair bit of like time shenanigans stuff. Like you look at Strange New Worlds, it's got a crossover episode with Lower Decks, which is at the opposite end of the timeline. And so you're like very confused if you're watching them in chronological order, I think. But, I mean, really, you're probably not, because that episode explains itself pretty well. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what viewing order I would recommend for Star Trek. That I'll have to think on that. I'll have to think on that for a long time. I'm getting distracted. Never seen Star Wars. They are good movies. Well, a lot of them are good movies. I definitely recommend the original trilogy. The prequel trilogy is good. Like, people rag on it, but I think a lot of us just got overexposed to it. The newer trilogy is mostly bad, I'll be honest. It's not great. But watch the original 3 movies. They're good. Oh, a lot of people. Oh, some character designs here. I like that guy's jeans. As Nova approached the clearing, she sees a gathering of the Dustbound standing around a strange lump wrapped in cloth. With a start, she realizes that this was once one of them, the body of a Dustbound, unmoving and silent, dead. Suddenly, they begin to wave their arms in a strange sort of dance. Oop. Nova looks around. A tall Dustbound with elegant and sharp features steps forward. She begins to speak in a strangely rhythmic voice. She says the words, "You go on ahead, all of the Dustbound. say the same, in unison. Tall and elegant woman. You go on ahead. You go on ahead. The emptiness of the cardinal redirection, the slightness of your hand as it gently droops, a magic trick, born out of the simple act of fading light, of shadows and a planet turning, a universe folding in on itself. As I entered your room and you lay beneath a thin blanket, you go on ahead. You go on ahead. How richly you played upon the oils and spices, the petals and the pipes. I would resurface into cordiality for you. I would dance upon the seams of scent and catalog your fingers. Coronate me, cardamom and pepper pods, and all the wafting whimpers of your wings. You go on ahead. On ahead. Elemental traces, copy pasted, crucializing carbon dates and grocery lists, and all the times that you stayed late. I pat my hand, and where you left me is a ball of soft and porous foam, a row of gills you left for me to breathe. Spores twinkle down like salt and rain, and we thank you for your courage as you go on ahead. You go on ahead. That's sweet. A little difficult to parse, but new culture. Look at this horse. Hello, I'm Michael, the mushroom. Alright, mushroom horse. But my friends all call me Mushy Mike. I work very closely with Beatrix Reuter, truly a kind soul with a mind like a Venus flytrap. What did you make of the unearthing, Nova? I don't understand. This is my fault. Perhaps if I had worked faster, I would have been able to clean this area by now. Beatrix would not have died. Don't blame yourself, Nova. It's nobody's fault that Beatrix died. He lived a good life, Nova. One day, all of us here will return to the dust. But you shouldn't. Everyone has a purpose. That is why we were made by the center. No one should just disappear. Where would their purpose go? Purpose is an idea. It's a tool for people, Nova. We are not the tools of purpose. Asmo Channy. Beatrix Reuter was a Michaelologist. That means he studied Michaels. Fantastic. Hello, Nova. My name, Elegy Beauty. How strange it is to have the center's own nano cleaner here among the dustbound. I want to say something stupid in front of her. Don't be afraid. I get the sense that you didn't come here in an official capacity, did you? There's no reason that we shouldn't get along. Thank you. Haha, aren't you just the cutest thing? Nova, please join my farming team. I want you to work with me. What do you say? Okay. Spent enough time here. I just need to find a way to the fruit Palisade showed me. Dustbound, I'm not sure what to make of them. Farm is this way, right? Wrong. Unless I need to, like, on that over bit. Wrestling ring. Okay, nope. I definitely overshot. North field, clearing of the binding. East is farm. Okay. I misunderstood. Oh, nice. It's the gates. I came here in search of a friend. How can I explore beyond the village? I heard rumors of a strange object falling from the sky in the nearby woods. There's a train station southwest of here, and maybe you can hitch a ride if you ask real nice. Alright, train station. choo. Need to get around. The Cecilia train lives off the deliciously dust sludge in the ground. In return, it transports people out of the village. Just pull the Uvuva lever. Right, where are we now? This is a handfruit haven for precious Nova. May you be safe until the path forward is made clear. Ooh. Cavernous room is beautiful but deathly still. Soft creak of doors disrupts the quiet. No one here. Of course, there's no one here. Nova could not have expected Palisade to be standing here waiting with open arms, could she? The plan must be unfolded. The gears must turn. The abstract pieces finally fall into place. The image will be revealed. There is an altar at the center of the room. It is a clue, perhaps a portal through which Palisade may be summoned. Its structure is, of course, a key to its use. Natural trait of intelligent design. Right 1, the dice. One must take note of the color and letter on which the dice land. Life is never truly random. It only might appear that way to the limitation of one's mind. Right 2, the bridge is a walkway made of unstable materials. The edges of the bridge must never be touched, as indicated by their bright yellow coloration. Right 3, gift. One is to pour out an offering and watch it fall away. To be truly free, one must let go of things that provide false comfort, false safety. The center will unfold, and that is enough. It all becomes clear to Nova. You need only carry out the rites faithfully for Palisade to surely return. Before she can begin, Nova nearly collapses onto the ground. It's as though she's broken somehow. She can feel the glandulock seed coughing and sputtering. She remembers the bed that she woke up on earlier that day with a strange sense of longing. It's as though merely existing across time has become a sickness to her. Could consciousness be its remedy? She heads home. She will perform the rites soon, just after. Nova awakens. She no longer feels the same strange heaviness in her limbs, but now her stomach is in piercing pain. Perhaps the dustbound do not mean her harm. Perhaps they've poisoned her. She must find Rem Kanako. Well, it made that little casserole herself. About time you woke up. What happened to me? I'm dying. I don't know, Split Pea. What do you feel? What do I feel? I don't know what you mean. Why do you keep doing that? Doing what? Calling me those nonsense words. I also don't like getting tired and old. Nonsense words? You mean like casserole and split pea? Those aren't nonsense words. They're delectable food items. Food items? Oh, okay. I think I get it now. You don't know about eating, do you? Well, remember yesterday how we learned about talking? Well, eating food, it's kind of like reverse talking. Instead of thoughts coming out of your mouth, you have food going into your mouth. Eh? Wow, you're lucky I'm here to explain this so clearly. I bet you need to eat since apparently you've never done it. Here, try this. It's cream of mushrooms. You know that it's great for baking? I think it's helping. You are out of range of the center's influence, so I guess you need to sleep and eat now like the rest of us. Hey, that's enough now. Go get your own soup. If you like it so much, you should say, and rub your stomach in your hand in a circle. Ha, good one. After pondering this food, Nova makes her way to a field to speak with LGBT. Hi, my name is Nova. You told me yesterday about farming? Aha, silly girl, I haven't forgotten you. I shouldn't spend too much time here. I should be doing the right so that my guardian Palisade will return. If I'm going to be sleeping here and eating your food, I should be contributing. Hey, you're our guest, okay? No pressure. But I'm glad you're here. Please, let me introduce you to the fine art of agriculture. Plants provide us with food and help to filter the air so we can breathe. We farm, we provide the plants with water and energy and room, so they'll grow to be big and strong. We must also protect the plants against their rivals, the weedorons. That's where you come in. Please make sure to clear each field of weedorons. No. Right, we are doing bad. Thought I could I thought I could sneak by. That's okay. What we're gonna do now, save again. Peace. Good job, Nova. How about we rustle up some smoothies after all our hard work? Wow, she's so nice to me. I have to go. See you later. Gotta find some Palisade. Oh, she's busy. I must take the train to find Palisade. Train. Alright. Back up here. Now we'll do the trials. Palisade, I've taken care of my bodily needs. Now I will perform the rites for which you have laid out for me. Here we have blue and sea. Blue is the color of water and Palisade stress. Center Sanctuary lies beneath the water of CCC. There that I met Palisade of Blue Dress. Even though today I'm confused, the blue sea reminds me of where this all began. Palisade serves the center, so the center will protect Palisade. No, can't touch the edges. I must cross properly. You're left alone for a reason. Learn to rely on yourself. Right, this is trickier than I expected. There we go. Today I learned how to eat. The soup felt warm and tingly as it went down my throat. When I pour out this bowl, I remember that such pleasures are fleeting. Soon I will reconnect with Palisade and with the center, and there will be no longer any need for wasteful activities like eating and sleeping. Soon everything will be in its proper place once again. Soon. Days pass. Nova continues her routine, helping Elegy Beauty, the farming during the day, and fulfilling the Palisade rites in the evening. It's strange to have a space to call her own. Strange to have a set of familiar faces greeting her day after day. None of it matters, of course. Palisade will be returning any day now. But before she does, Dim Kanako approaches Nova with a proposal. Howdy, clam chowder. You aren't usually awake this early. Ha ha ha, roasted. Here's the deal. Elegy says you have been a valiant warrior defending the crops from weeds and yada yada. Elegy said that about me? What did she say exactly? Now, Nova, what if you take all that skill, grit, and determination and channel it into something truly extraordinary? What? That's right, Nova. I'm talking about Dustbound Beatdown. Every week, a vicious battle to see who will be crowned victor. The roar of the crowds, the glory of the fight. You want me to beat me up? Not exactly, little fish candy. The collaboration, see? We won't truly be hurting each other. Together, we'll create a marvelous spectacle. But Drim, isn't that pointless? Drim, who is Drim? You're speaking to... Lumbering Jack. Powerful tree rising from the dust, Jack represents the fertile soil enriched by the cycle of life and dust. Truly a hero for the dustbound. And in the opposite corner, in her beatdown debut, the nefarious Weederon Witch. Will she be able to choke out Jack's growth until he's nothing but a shriveled husk? Or will Jack lumber away with the crown? Find out tonight on Dustbound Beatdown. Are you sure about this, Drim? I don't know if I'll be any good. You'll be great, Nova. Just follow my lead. Together we'll raise the crowd's hype like never before. Release the... hold on. Keep the shoot button held down and release the button when the block is near me to pull your punch. Okay. Okay, I see. Biffed it. I don't think they expected me to be so bad at this. The soundtrack here actually sounds very Psychonauts. Wow, the Weederon Witch has hit Lumbering Jack with a staggering series of blows. Can he come back from such a pounding? Alright, monitoring. When my attack is near you, press the shoot button to convincingly take the blow. Alright, I think the timing's just more generous than I thought it was, so... might be the hardest part in the game. Time for the ground. Shoot me and I'll deflect it, then press the shoot button before it hits you. Amazing deflection shot from Lumbering Jack. That's Weederon down for the count. The crowd goes wild. We did it. Psst, Nova, you okay? That's just for food, Nova. You know what? Never mind. Keep doing that. First match over. Nova leaves the ring and pays Elegy a visit at her field. Ah, brava, Nova. Brava Misa. Thank you, Elegy. I'm glad you were there to see it. I didn't really understand when Drem asked me to do it. But once I was out there, you were natural. You... You alright? I need to tell you something, Nova. Remember when you first arrived here and we were unearthing Beatrix Rooter? One day, sooner or later, each of us here will return to dust. That is, of course, why we are called the Dustbound. Okay? I believe that my day is coming soon. A dust lump has been growing upon my shoulder. Beatrix experienced something similar near the end. No, Elegy. It's all my fault. It's my job to keep this from happening. If I was able to clean this place, I could just. Nova. We Dustbound choose to live outside the power range of the center. Each of us has a reason for being here. We want to live on our own terms. We want to be more than just extensions of the center's ego. I don't understand. It's okay, Nova. We all need time to grow and figure out where our priorities truly lie. Speaking of growing, are you ready for farming? I've been slowing down lately. Hopefully you can pick up some of the slack. Of course. Nova walks into the fields. The act of weeding has become a familiar comfort to her, but today she feels the center's presence looming behind her, frowning upon her leniency. Save, just in case. Seed is Abby. Yep. Lifted. Great work, Nova. This is it for today. Flower? In some cultures, it is customary to shower an excellent performer with roses. You may have lost in the ring today, but you are a champion to me. I already talked to Elegy. I must go to the Haven. Interesting that they've got so many save points in this area. Double checking that there's not extra stuff here. Today, yellow and A. Yellow like the yolk. A to represent beginning. Truly an auspicious role. Something is growing. Beginning. Perhaps Palisade's body was broken, but now she may be reborn here in her haven. Sea Psalmist taught that everything in New Zealand always existed. Not the same form across time, I was born after all, but some Nova essence must have always existed, just as Palisade still exists in my heart. This is how I know she will return. Right, what a disappointment. Wow. No, can't touch the edges. I must cross properly. There we go. Whew. Today I received a rose from Elegy. Elegy, my friend. That is to say, as the rose falls away, I remember the glory and adjuration about distractions from my purpose. People's feelings will blow about like petals in the wind, but the center remains true across time. Thus, I must follow its path and not my own vanity. Days pass. Soon, Nova's second beatdown arrives. Her much hyped rematch with Lumbering Jack. Feeling limber today, Colaxy? Ready for your big win? I'm ready. Big rematch between reigning champ Lumbering Jack and his ever so persistent rival, Weederon Witch. Jack's been on a roll lately. Could the wily witch possibly oust him from his throne? Find out tonight on Dustbound Beatdown. I think my mistake is that I need to like give him some space, like deliberately like fire it beside him. Very intense back and forth tonight, folks. Hard to tell who's come out on top. Oh, I wasn't reading. Suck me up and shoot me. What's happening here? The Weederon Witch appears to have been sucking up Grim Tanako. Unprecedented. There he goes, out of the ring. Sorry to say it, folks, but Lumbering Jack's been resoundingly defeated. The Weederon Witch is the new champion. Oh yeah, what did Drim tell me to say? Your precious hero is nothing but a side on my thorn. Now the Weederon shall reign supreme. Great work, Nova. Wait, there's a commotion in the stands. Huh? This wasn't the plan. Nova, come quick, it's Elegy. Elegy is carried out from the stands and laid on a soft patch of moss. The anxious crowd encircles her. Give her space, Drim Kanako cries. Nova pushes through to the inner circle. Elegy is writhing in agony and appears unable to speak. Nova's head throbs and throbs. This shouldn't be happening. This is wrong. Suddenly... What's that? What happened? Holy musting dust. How's this possible? It can't be. Only the center can create life from dust. Well, hello, little one. Incredible. It appears that Elegy has created a new life form. Okay, Announcy, I'm gonna need you to take it down a notch. Oh, yes, sorry. Apologies, I was in the zone. After some time, the excitement quiets down. Eventually, Nova makes her way back to Elegy's field. Where's Mama? Here I am. There's Mama. Here I am. Wah, 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 wah. Wow, good job, Ashy. Nice work. Oh, hi, Nova. Elegy, I'm so glad you're all right. Oh, thank you, Nova. Me too. Say hi to your Auntie Nova, Ashy Poo. Hi, are you sure this is safe, Elegy? Peekaboo game? We are dust channeling, Nova. Same as when we dig for unearthing or when Drem attacks you in the ring. I've seen enough to know that the dust is a force of corruption. Dust channeling is a way of life for the Dustbound, Nova. know that we treat dust differently than the center. Well, maybe you or Drim can handle playing with such dangerous forces, but this little one must learn what we all must learn. We are made of dust, and that its power flows through us, that one day we will return to dust. I have work to do. Nova throws herself into weeding. She feels something threatening bubbling up inside, but she pushes it down, ignoring it, and works, and works, and works. Need to go to the Handfruit Haven. Tell you what, this is not at all how I expected this episode to go. Nothing about this episode has been what I expected. D, red. A, red and D, an ominous sign: anger, blood, death, destruction, dust. Beginning to realize why so many days have passed without any sign of Palisade. No word of assurance to guide my path. The wretched accident that Handfruit Haven was eaten by the mangy dust creature. Mistake that I ever met these dustbound. It felt so good to not be alone, and that I'm allowed myself to become split in my purpose. I've lusted over foolish fantasies of a life that could never be my own. I should be better at this. I am Nova, the Nano Cleaner. I was created by the Center for a purpose, my destiny crafted into the framework of existence. My life is not a toy for me to trifle with, a fantasy for my own amusement. Today I pour out not a possession or a gift. Today I pour out myself. The days continue to pass. Nova spends most of her time in Handfruit Haven, returning to Dustbound Village only to exchange her labor for food. Her solo attempts at farming have yielded only sickly and small fruits. She hopes she may be forgiven these moments of weakness. Sometimes she passes her friends in the village. Former friend. Eventually the day arrives for her next bout with Lumbering Jack. Hey, Miso Mug, glad you made it. Wasn't sure if I'm indebted to the Dustbound's hospitality. I would not have survived without your help. I intend to repay that debt. Nova, why does it have to be like this? Come alive in the ring. What's so wrong about letting yourself enjoy it? What I enjoy has nothing to do with what is right. Okay, well, whatever your reasons are, I'm glad you're here. We'll fight to a deadlock, then team up against a surprise challenger, okay? Understood. Lumbering Jack has been hungry to retake his crown from the Weedrun Witch. Tonight, his chance finally comes. That's right, everyone. It's time for Dustbound Beatdown. Continue to have the problem of just like firing things off in just the wrong direction. Very intense back and forth tonight, folks. Hard to tell who will come out on top. Hey, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna pound the ground. Use the rubble I leave behind to attack me. Time for a big stalemate. Deflect my attack. We'll hit it back and forth. Oh. I'm doing it too early, I think. There we go. Costume party's over, nerds. What? Who would interrupt this tense standoff between Lumbering Jack and Weedrun Witch? What's the big idea, masked stranger? Silence, worm! Look at you, what a pitiful display. These ignominious whelps are your champions? Only I deserve to wear the crown, for I am your true master, and I have returned to claim what is rightfully mine. Yes, that's right, it's I, the Center. Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho ho. Oh wow, this is fantastic. Oh ho ho ho. For too long, you dustbound have flouted the natural order. You roll in your filth and parade around like foolish, disgusting viruses. Now hold on, the Center. I am Lumbering Jack, proud member of the Dustbound. You'd better think twice before you insult my people like that. You dare stand up to me, you a puny little sapling? I can turn you into kindling with a snap of my finger. No matter what happens to me, the Dustbound will live on. Whenever someone in New Thelan chooses vulnerability over domination, they are dustbound. Whenever someone faces the fear of annihilation and finds new beauty and worth in life, they are the dustbound. Who are you to turn against my will? I created you. Maybe you did. If you created me, then you should really understand by now. I am my own being. I am compelled by my heart and my mind to forfeit your right to me, to all of us, by our very nature. We exist. We are beautiful. You have no claim to us. Ah! Silence, insolent Stain. This talking has gone on long enough. Prepare to fight. Weedrun Witch, you and I, we are both plants. For so long, we have competed for the soil to grow large and strong, but I see now, at our core, we are the same. We are triumphs of life in cold and sterile world. I, Lumbering Jack, cannot face the Center alone. Please help me. Together we can secure a future in which we may both grow. My head. Nova's blood runs cold. She hears the soft squelch of the writhing worms, feels the hot breath off Gustine Papillon's probing tongue. The dustbound weren't there to see Syria Wazel wasting away alone in a dim, disheveled room. They hadn't borne the brunt of Bran Maligdan's endless, bitter rage. Blinded by arrogance, they could never understand the true nature of dust. Sea Psalmist had warned Nova about such folly. She had been warned. Now the dustbound would burn, and Nova with them. Who could sidestep fate? There's no way but the Center's. Stupid, disgusting, foolish. What could she have been thinking? Weedrun Witch? Wait. Nova, hold on. Crumcoat, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. I know you must have been uncomfortable. Next time we'll go over everything beforehand. Next time, there's not going to be a next time. I don't belong here, Drem. Isn't that obvious by now? Stop calling me those ridiculous food names. I'm sorry, Nova, I'm sorry. You don't have to wrestle anymore. That doesn't mean you don't belong here. I came here because it was my duty. I came here for Palisade. I don't know why I let you all rope me into these ridiculous games. Maybe I thought I could help you somehow. Maybe I thought I could show you the importance of fighting the dust. Okay, hold on. Be real, Nova. You let us take you in because you wanted to. Nobody forced you to accept our friendship. Fine, you're right. It was my own mistake. I know that now. I've failed. Palisade is never coming back, and I have only myself to blame. I can't control myself enough to stay here. I can't be trusted. I need to leave here and continue my mission alone. No. No, you're being a real dusting jerk. To me, to Elegy, but also to yourself. Sorry you feel that way, Drem. I'm sorry that you've been blinded to the evil that swirls around this entire village. It's crystal clear to me now. You may think that you are just playing around, but messing with the dust will always lead to tragedy in the end. I've seen the effects of the dust firsthand. I know where this leads. I wouldn't be your friend if I didn't try to warn you. If that's really how you feel, then maybe you do need to leave. Of course it's how I feel. I'm the Nano Cleaner. I am the representative of the Center to all of New Thelan. Long past time for me to stop moping around and start acting the part. After everything we've been through, I can't listen to any more of this. Goodbye, Nova. Nova, I'll miss you. runs, and runs. Far away from the village and straight back to Handfruit Haven. Not once does she look back. I'm so sorry, Palisade. I wasn't strong enough to fulfill the rites. Hey, who's there? No, Ash, no. Put that down, now, Nova says sternly. Hee Anti-Nova play, Ash squeals, kicking and tripping over the sacred dice. Stop it, you don't know what that's for. Nova grunts as she moves towards the child. Ash Beatty giggles and runs away. Chase me, she screams. She runs across the ritual bridge, pausing to bounce up and down wildly in the center. Come back here, bad Ash, you're being very naughty, Nova cries. Ash's smile fades as she realizes Nova is truly angry. No, naughty, Ash cries. He slips down the offering chute and runs away. And now, Nova was alone. No! Shame and anger flood through Nova, far beyond any measure of control. She bears her powers like a violent hurricane upon Handfruit Haven. The ritual elements are torn apart and hurled at the exquisitely carved walls. She has finished, nothing but rubble remains. Wow. Nova peers down the edge of the spire. Below, the dust storm quietly rages, unchanged. She tries to reflect on the past weeks, but it's all clouded by waves of anger. She feels an uncomfortable tickle in her throat, a strange heaviness in her leg, but ignores it. How could the Dustbound live like that? How could Palisade be gone? Before she could formulate an answer, the same question loop in her head, drowning out her thoughts. What was going on? Perhaps the center had the answers, but for now, Nova drags her weary body all the way back to Center Sanctuary. Ah, awake at last. Thank the center. What happened? When I found you outside, hobbling towards Senna, body ravaged by dust, I didn't know what to think. Never mind. All is forgiven. I'm just glad you are back, and that the center was able to heal your wounds. You'll be pleased to hear that the card and dust you were carrying allowed the center to clear the remaining dust storms. You may now freely explore the entirety of New Zealand. Painful to me when Palisade disappeared, and then you did as well. I must admit, at first I thought you had run off together on some secret mission that you had concocted without me. But no. Truly gone, isn't she? Nova, I don't blame you for hiding away for a while. But now that you are back, we won't go disappearing on you again, will you? Have to look out for each other now, Nova. My Nova. You've seen and experienced many difficult things, Nova, but look at how strong you are, how purposeful. You don't understand what a blessing you've been given. Wedges of flesh, rafters of bone, pendulous and swinging organs. You are made of bloody baggage. It weighs you down. Gravity pulling your parcels to the dirt, and yet you are an organization, a contraption of contradictions. And so it is you rise instead of falling. And so it is you stand to your fate. As with the body, so with the mind. As with the organs, so with the memories. I am the one who remembers the darkness. I am the one who remembers the dust. This is why I give to you a gift of burdens. Your memory is muscled flesh that pulls upon the bonework of your fate. You understand, Nova. In these dark days, we must cling tightly to what is sacred. We must. All right, Psalmist. I believe you've had your day. Nova, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Sea Visionary. Let's be real, Nova. New Zealand is changing. Every day you see and experience new things that fundamentally alter how you relate to the world. Believe it or not, the Center welcomes this shift. I was brought on because the Center understands the necessity of a strategic realignment. It's no longer enough to follow the old moralizing about what we must or mustn't do. Let's reinvent cleaning so it strikes at the heart of the problems facing the New Zealand of today. Sea Visionary is misguided at best, Nano Cleaner Nova. The face of fear and chaos, integrity, not innovation, would light our path. If we are merely blown about by the winds of change, inevitably we lose our way. Typically rigid thinking from the old guard. Nova, a strong wind will shatter an inflexible structure, but if we harness aerodynamics of the mind, we can transform our baser needs and desires into something more powerful, more transcendent, and indeed, what could be a greater tribute to the sacred things, to the greatness of the Center. Today I'm pleased to present the MetaClean Framework. The MetaClean Framework is a holistic user experience overhaul which will help you progress towards the fulfillment of your ultimate goal. As you go about cleaning, you can now find MetaCoins, a special currency which may be used to access the deepest secrets of New Zealand. Spend your MetaCoins in the menu to purchase behind-the-scenes info and items from the Center's personal collection. Engaging with the exciting new MetaClean framework to enhance your investment of the world of New Zealand. I'd also like to present you with the MetaClean Manual, an item which you can read to find out all the ins and outs of your new framework. Acquired item, MetaClean Manual. Remember, NanoClean and Over, the Center will always reward the labor of your hands and the reverence of your heart. Bells and whistles aside, your vision is vitally important to the well-being of all the denizens of New Zealand. Until we meet again. Alright. We are going to step outside. This is why it looks like there's a lot of hidden places where things should be. Those things are there now. Ah-ha-ha. I got coins, our first coin. Alright. So, next episode. Coins exist now. There's a whole MetaClean thing. We will look at this next time. For now, we are out of time. We're actually like way over on this episode length. There was a lot on the tail end of that. Yeah, wow. I really liked the Dustbound story. That whole little arc was very cool. I'm gonna have to marinate on it a little bit, but we are for sure gonna be talking about that whole section when we talk about the game holistically once we finish it. So yeah, good stuff, good episode. That did not go how I thought it was going to go at all. Multiple times. I thought I knew what was happening, and then I was wrong repeatedly. So, hell yeah. YouTube, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I will see you in the next one, probably tomorrow. Until then, bye.